never drinking again. It's no big loss. I'm never drinking again with Aiden Parents and Dan Ross.
Welcome to episode 22 of the In Your House podcast. It's a special episode. I'm actually here with Aiden Perrins and Dan. Sorry, Dan, I don't know. Dan Ross. Dan Ross.
That's it. You got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could hear the dread in your voice as you're like.
I've forgotten his name.
You got that.
One thing I hadn't written down. But yeah, so you guys are here from the Never Drinking Again podcast. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, banging.
Yeah, I'm also here. I'm.
Yeah, just introduce your one now.
Yes, well, we've got a podcast. We normally have people on to describe the Dream Night Out, which we had you come and do back in November or something, December, something like that.
It was fun.
But during lockdown, we've just been putting out a silly thing every week.
Yeah,
which is we're bored.
Basically, just me and Aiden want to talk to each other, and we've used the podcast.
We've got nothing else to talk to each other about, so
yeah.
I suppose this is where like a podcast that you guys do together is better in this situation because I can't do that. I'm not going to go on and just talk to myself. I'll go crazy if I do that.
It could work. You could have imaginary friends.
That's what.
Yeah, like perfect some voices and have like a
every character.
tea party like kids do with like stuffed animals around.
That actually sounds good right now.
There's something in that.
How's it been like all this stuff for you guys? Like,
I'm loving it. This is honestly like I absolutely love it.
I'd say mixed. There's some stuff that I was doing like normal life that I was like fed up with doing. So this has been a great reason to stop doing it. There's other stuff I was enjoying doing, and it's like, oh, I can't do that.
I am getting a bit bored now after like. Because it was at the start, it was like, oh, I'm not going to go to work, but you're going to pay me as if I am.
Great. Yeah. At the beginning.
Furloughed.
And now it's, now I am, there is part of me which is like, I kind of want to go back to work.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that, which I can kind of understand, to be fair, because I know what it's like when you've had like, I remember like having like a couple of weeks off back in the day, and then, yeah, you'd miss it after a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been 9 weeks now, approaching 10 weeks.
Yeah. Although, because of where we work in bars, I'm also dreading when we do have to go back, because it's going to be chaos. Because as soon as they go, oh, you can go to the pub again,
people are going to
pub.
Yeah. I think everyone, the last thing's to open at least, though. It's the same for our stand-up.
But it's also like the further it goes on, the more chaos it's going to be when they finally open.
Yeah. At least it'd be even worse. Though. Imagine if it was like somewhere you couldn't buy alcohol from the shops. That would be even worse then.
Yeah.
Everyone's just had to forcibly sober for 10 weeks.
Oh God.
Or just on really hard drugs.
Yeah.
Nation of heroin addicts.
I think, Aiden, you work in quite a small place, so you're not going to be open for quite a while.
Well, yeah, because they might do it based on how much space you've got, and if you
they're only going to open beer gardens.
Yeah.
Beer gardens first.
Yeah, place with beer gardens is going to be the first.
And it's going to be table service, and the staff have to make sure not enough people come in. So you're going to have to be a barman, a waiter, a bouncer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're going to see me every single day.
I'm not letting you in.
You got to let me in the back.
So,
okay.
So do you work at more of like a chain pub then, Dan? And then I'm guessing.
Yeah. Not the big chain pub, but
yeah. I know exactly what you mean. There was one of them going to open in a service station that everyone kicked off about.
No, there are spoons in service stations.
It's the one.
Oh, is there?
I don't know how I do it, but every time I drive anywhere, I seem to stop at the same service station, and I don't plan it. It's must be the amounts that. There's a certain limit to where I drive where I go, I fancy a break now, and it's the exact same every time, and it's the one with the Wetherspoons.
That's one thing I think I'm going to try and do after this. I'm going to try and learn to drive.
Yeah, I've been saying that, but I don't know if I will.
Yeah, same, but you know.
I've been learning Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Go ahead.
That's useful. Yo necesito un cinturón caro, which means I need an expensive belt. So useful.
I was sure you were going to say lemon.
An
I was
expensive
sure you were
lemon.
going to say you want a lemon.
Well,
That-
yo necesito is I need. Yo quiero would be I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
That's-
need a lemon.
Yo necesito un lemon.
That was amazing.
Thank you. I'm going to start doing a Spanish podcast.
Tom Segura does one of them, doesn't he? For some reason.
Is it? Oh.
Speak Spanish. That'll be the reason.
It's
Oh,
a fun language to
okay.
speak. Much
And
more
it-
fun than English.
Like it's quite popular in North America now, so I think he's trying to get into the South America where it's like families from and that.
Yeah, that's all the Latin American, all that kind of stuff. You know what I was going to do on my side of it anyway? I was going to ask. I was going to do a Mr. and Mrs. game with you guys.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I quite like the sound of this.
Yeah. I mean, Aiden's constantly saying we're not friends, so... and we're just
Now you got to prove it.
Yeah.
Let me find them for you. I thought it'd be a good idea, seeing as you guys probably spend a lot of time doing stuff together.
Also, at some point, because I've been told I'm having a package delivered between 1 and 5 o'clock today.
Oh, my
and
God.
it's not been delivered yet, so I may have to leave. To
That's
answer
quite
the
a,
in the
quite a
next
short
15
time
minutes.
frame for them.
We can just slag you off behind your back.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow.
What has that happened?
That's
Ken,
nice.
literally, as you mentioned this.
We can play the game What's Inside Aiden's Package. We can try and guess what he's got.
As soon as you said that, my mind went to such dark places. As soon as he uttered the words, I'm waiting for a package.
Yeah. Drugs, butt plug.
Oh, I was thinking Big Willie.
It's probably beer.
I don't. The beer hasn't come. It should be beer, but
Was that not the package?
I am supposed to be having beer come, but
Was that Dominic Cummings breaking lockdown to come and see you?
I mean, you know what? I wouldn't mind if he was late for the speech because he's bringing me beer.
Is there actually like a? Oh, actually, I guess like Tesco and that, wouldn't you? I was going to say, is there actually something you can get beer delivered? I'm guessing there's
Yeah,
not.
there's loads of places. Like, I have
Websites and
a beer delivery coming.
Oh wow, okay. I thought you were joking at first, and then
No.
you seem pretty
I,
genuine about it.
I am expecting beer to arrive today.
you can get like off licenses on Just Eat as well. Like you can get
Oh,
like takeaway beer.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of the first
Some
things.
pubs
people-
are opening now for a takeaway draft beer.
yeah.
It's one of the first things they were like, right, we're gonna have to lock down, but we need to work out how people are gonna get a steady supply of alcohol.
Oh, did it start then when the lockdown all that started?
There were a few already that did like
Yeah.
deliveries, but it's become a much bigger thing since.
Yeah, a lot more since it.
All right, what's this Mr. and Mrs.?
Okay,
Let's
one
see
second.
how much I don't know about Dan.
Just turning up my finger because it's a bit quiet on my end, I think. Okay. I was figuring out how to play this game as well at the same time, how to write it. So I might be wrong. It might be something else, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
What the hell's that come up for? Go away. Okay. Okay. First of all, to Aiden then. What would be Aiden's first choice of drink on a night out? So not what's his favourite, what would be his first drink on a night out?
What would Aiden's first choice of drink? I'm gonna say a stout.
You're going that specific.
Well, I thought considering we're both beer wankers, it would definitely be a beer, and then have to be specific within that beer to properly
Okay.
show off.
That's knowing your audience because I don't have a
Right.
clue what a stout is really. I'm guessing Guinness.
Guinness, yeah.
Hey.
So what you've done there is you've got it wrong because if
Oh.
I'm having a night out, I rarely drink stouts because it's too heavy for it.
It's like lining the stomach, but lining the stomach with beer.
So I'd normally go for like a lager or like a citrusy IPA if I'm on a night out.
Okay, well,
Hmm.
that's me told.
Both the lager way still though. I'm more like spirits at the beginning because I just want all the alcohol. I want the alcohol.
You just want to, a quick start.
Yeah.
Well, that is how you should do it.
I
You
just take
should
off.
get drunk quick and then go on to something.
Yeah, you
Like
meant to start strong and then get gradually less
Yeah.
strong. Whereas
Oh.
I do the complete opposite and start and just
And
get
then I
stronger
have
and
like
stronger.
2 doubles in the last 20 minutes. And
Yeah,
Die.
throw
Yeah.
it.
Just
I
at
know-
home, pissed.
I normally start running and just keep running and then die halfway through. Then I like get some energy again, so I'm back alive for a bit and then die again at the end.
Yeah.
That's my routine.
Just like what everyone did at cross country at school. Just
There you
like
go.
bombed it, and then I was like, oh no, I'm dead.
Same question for you, Dan.
What would I start with? Okay.
So do I pick what I think?
You guess what you think I would
Well,
pick.
based on the fact that he thinks the stout is the right thing to start with, I'm going to go with that.
Nah. I would probably say lager as well. I don't know. I don't really go out anymore. It just couldn't. Normally what happens is I'm in a pub or somewhere and I'm drinking, and then it happens that I just end up going out.
Yeah.
Like it's very rarely people will
Quite
plan
often,
want
I
to be
feel
with
like
me.
with me, we're just having a quiet pint.
Yeah, it's very often that I'll come and see you after work, or you'll come and see me after work, and then it'll be like, oh, we've had a few pints. We may as well have a few more pints.
It's just when you get the taste. Yeah, that's always how it is for me.
Yeah.
Like, I never plan to drink, but then as soon as you get that taste, you just don't want to stop.
Yeah, the worst is whenever I have the plan, like, oh, I'm going to go home, have an early night, maybe do this and this, it always ends up that, like, 4 o'clock in the morning, be in some horrible club in Birmingham.
My
Drink-
neighbour has a bouncy castle.
Your neighbour has a bouncy castle.
Yeah, I can see.
Oh, wow.
I've just seen out my window. There's a big old bouncy castle.
That's the nearest you're going to get to the next question that I was just going to ask because of what you said then. Like, what nightclub do you prefer to go to?
Oh,
Find the one.
For me, it's like indie clubs, like Old Snobs is the
Oh, yeah.
one.
because in theory, I hate nightclubs when I'm sober. I hate the idea of them.
Yeah.
Only
when you're
when
drunk-
I'm drunk that I'm like, oh, this is a wonderful place.
This is the
It's
best
weird
place.
walking into a nightclub completely sober, and especially when there's no one else there as well. It's eerie.
Oh yeah, if like
It's
you,
haunting.
something like I've just finished work, but my mates have been out for a bit, so I'll go and meet them. And we're already going to somewhere that you go when you're drunk, and I've had maybe one beer on my way.
And then you see like a spot or something, you're like,
That's
oh, I remember what I did there
awful.
when I was drunk. Now I'm sober.
But then you try and catch up, and no one in the history of drinking has ever caught up. You either don't catch up or massively overtake because
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
You always forget that alcohol doesn't hit immediately. So you might have 2 shots to try and catch up, and then after 2 minutes, you're like, well, that hasn't worked.
Give me Jaeger bombs. Give me 2 more shots. I'm dead.
Like he turned up late. He was here for half an hour, and then we had to send him home.
I remember I got to I just finished work at one time like years and years ago, and I was going to play a gig, and I got there and all the guys had been drinking and that, and we was going on like straight away. So I decided to like drink pretty much most of a big bottle of vanilla vodka at the time. It was fucking lovely though. Yeah, I felt all right when I went out there, and then progressively through the set, oh my god, I got wasted. Like it just caught up with me all in one go. Oh,
What's your view on like? Well, obviously there you did it, but what's your view in general on like drinking before doing a set, like before going on stage?
music or
Comedy, because I heard some people say, "Oh, I'd never drink before going on," and there's people the other way that are like, I have to have a pint before going on stage.
No, I do it like like the first time you guys saw me. I'll do it on gigs when it's just for the hell of it. When there's not really any audience there, I just want to have a laugh. I just have a drink,
Yeah,
make
when
it
you
more
turn
fun.
up and it's like, well, this is pointless anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
I might as well get
drop
wasted.
this.
But there are, I think when
When I'm
some
focusing,
people,
though.
because when you're drunk, you think you're really funny,
Yeah,
but you're only really funny to drunk people and your mates, and you're not as funny as you would be sober.
it's one of them where you
I
need
don't
to
know, I'm 11.
find the level of like
Yeah.
drunk to get rid of any anxiety,
Yeah.
but not so drunk that you lose any
Yeah, I
self-awareness.
think one drink is all right when you're a bit you're still very much aware of everything.
Yeah, one drink is pretty much nothing any though. So
I'd
yeah,
say-
just takes the edge off a tiny bit. But it'll wear off as quick as it.
2 pint maximum, I would say.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the ideal level, like a
Um,
bit tipsy. That's that's the ideal level to be in life.
Have you ever been wasted for a gig?
Oh, never wasted. I had a few where I've been a bit more drunk than I perhaps should have been but it was when I emceed for a bit of this. I ran a night and I emceed, And I never really planned anything. I was just like, if I just get drunk and be a bit shouty, that's kind of amusing for just the bits in between when anyone else gets on.
Kind of true though.
And that's what I did. And those were some of the best. Well, in my mind, at the time, I thought that went really well. But on reflection, probably not.
You enjoyed them the most, but maybe not everyone else.
Yeah, I enjoyed them the most. No one else did. But
how about you, Aiden?
I drive to every gig, so.
So yes, I get smashed.
Yeah.
So all the time wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like I prefer to when I'm actually it's a gig that I care about. Now you need like that bit of clarity there, don't you?
Yeah.
So, but it's fun though in general. I wouldn't do it high though because too much anxiety then.
Yeah.
Yeah, anxiety is good in general, like the nerves and everything. Nerves are good in general, but when you get too much, like and you're overthinking it, then
Yeah, I saw someone at an open mic once cry on stage, which is like I felt quite bad for them, but it's also quite funny.
Yeah. I've seen a girl cry on stage and have a bit of a breakdown as well.
Yeah, it's the thing with nerves, especially like doing stand-up, is once it starts going bad, like the nerves, you're never going to be able to claw it back.
That's what I think you can see with the really good ones. It's they might start and it's going terribly, but
they can claw it back.
They know how to get the room back, whereas more inexperienced people just kind of panic and they rush through the rest of like their really good stuff normally.
Rushing through.
The person I saw break down, it was like their first gig, so it was like he's just like willing them to like just stop being nervous, but you can't like, stop being nervous because that will just make it worse.
If they really want to do it though, that's what I try and do more. Just be like, that shit's gonna happen. Just carry on doing it.
Yeah, you just got to do it.
Yeah. We could, I've been alright with that kind of stuff though. Like I haven't been too bad with like nerves. Once I get up there, anyway, I'm nervous beforehand.
I don't get nervous on stage, but the beforehand, it's like the 5 minutes as well before you're going on. You're like, fuck. But I'm not funny. This was a mistake. Why am I doing this? None of these. I haven't got any jokes.
Yeah, everything goes blank out your mind for those 5 minutes as well.
And if anyone tries to talk to you as well, you're just there like, shut up.
I'm in the zone. How do you feel with that, Aiden?
Yeah, I only get nervous on stage if it is like sometimes like if I start with something new and it doesn't work. Yeah, I get like thrown off a bit.
I kind of enjoy it.
It's hard to sort of stay, and I do now try to not then panic, and I just go, okay, I know the next bit is solid. Get through get the solid bit out next, and then work from there.
That's more my issue.
I approach who's exactly.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Yeah. You what?
Tricky start. Let's get through the solid bit and work it out.
No, it's more remembering it for me. Like, what's your methods for that? Like, do you have any kind of memory techniques or anything?
Just memorize it.
Yeah, I've always been quite lucky that I'm quite good at just remembering stuff. I remember at school we had a revision day, like a day when we had to come in and just revise, and we had someone come in to tell us all about memory, and they were like, "Oh, it's impossible to remember this much stuff," and they gave us a list of stuff to remember. They're like, "Right, well, take the sheet away now. Can anyone remember everything that's on the list?" And I put my hand up and did. And they were like, "Well, this is not the lesson you were meant to learn."
I love it in school, but they're like, "You can't just do it," and then you do it. And they're like, "Well,
they're like, ignore
there's nothing I can teach you."
Oh, it's weird that they're on about they're sending kids back to school, man. Like next week. That's weird. That is.
It's like, isn't it the summer holidays will start in July?
Exactly.
But it's just to get, because if you're in the first year of your GCSEs or your first year of your A levels, no, I think
I get that
a lot
more
of
then.
people want to get at least something.
If you're doing exams, I think it's fair enough. But like, you're in year 8.
Yeah,
year 8's a fucking pointless year anyway. Why do you have to go?
You're 8, year 9.
My youngest is in reception, and he's apparently going back.
Yeah, there's no need for that, is there? Unless,
and then his brother as well in year 4 because of it.
Yeah, the GCSE and A level years makes sense. So I could get something when the ones that are supposed to be taking the exams next year. I want to have some place. I'm
going to argue with them about it anyway, though.
That's it. A lot.
I'm giving up.
There's a lot of people I know that have got kids that absolutely cannot wait to get them back out the house.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
I don't live with them.
no.
That's the lucky part.
Yeah. So they're just like, yeah, please take them. Anyone, I don't care. Stranger on the street can have them for a day if they want.
You ain't got kids, have you? Neither of you guys.
Nah,
No,
need to
not
have
no.
sex for that to happen.
You need to put the willy in something. What would be the first thing? What would be the first thing you'd want to do? Mr. and Mrs. thing. What would be the first thing you'd want to do? Actually, Aiden, yeah. What would be the first thing you'd want to do when lockdown's lifted?
What will be the first? Oh, I know the answer to this for Aiden.
Yeah.
Go to the pub.
Yeah. It's not even. It's not even like, oh, is it one of a few things now?
Every conversation we've had during lockdown, he's been like, "Can't wait to go to the pub. Can't wait to go back to the pub."
Yeah.
It's almost a problem.
I love how, like, you know, your thing you want to do at the end of lockdown is go to work.
Yeah. Not his pub.
If we go to the pub, it's likely that I will also have to work. But
You can get drunk and work, though. There's much worse things.
yeah,
We would never do that, man.
No.
Very unprofessional.
I'd go to cinema.
you come to my work to get drunk while you're supposed to be working.
Well, no, it's a break. I don't get paid for that break.
I'm sure you've spent a little bit longer than your break.
Yeah. So how long have you got? It's like 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes.
Okay. Was it the same for you as well? The pub as well?
Yeah, the pub or the cinema.
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 I go to the cinema a lot. I used to because I've got.
First thing you want to do.
I've got one of them cards where you pay per month and then you can go as much as you want.
Same.
So I used to go like 2 or 3 times a week
Yeah.
and just watch anything. And now I can't. But yeah, it would be the pub. I'm just trying to sound less
Just trying to sound a bit more cultured.
less problematic than I actually am.
Although some would say it's bad to be going to sit. Did you go on your own in that?
I have me and my mate always went together, but I think there's absolutely no problem going to the cinema on your own.
No, there's not. That's what I used to do all the time. Master dating.
Yeah, but sometimes it'd be like if I was living with people, I'd be like, "Oh, do you want to see this Oscar baity 2-hour long film?" And they'd all be like, "No," and I'd be like, "Well, I'm not going to not watch it, so I'll just go on my own."
Yeah. I was there with...
a long time.
Hmm?
The last thing I saw at the cinema, I think, was the last Star Wars film
Oh, so that would have been
a
December.
couple of years ago.
I can't even think what that was.
No, it's December. The last Star Wars.
Was it this year? This December, was it?
Yeah,
Rise of
That
Skywalker.
Yeah,
that feels like over a year ago.
yeah. I mean, anything pre-2020 feels like a different.
Yeah, I would have
It does,
bet
to be fair.
only on that being like 2017.
It's like when you watch TV shows and they go to the pub and you're like, "What is that?"
I remember those days. Back when people could be near people.
It's crazy.
Well, because other countries that are sort of coming out of lockdown a bit more, I've seen they haven't opened pubs and that yet, but they're allowing sort of any size social group to meet. So a lot of pubs are opening for private events.
Oh, fuck that. I mean,
Fuck
So
that.
basically everybody puts down like a 30 quid bar tab.
Yeah.
okay.
The rental of the room is free as long as it's 30 quid each.
Oh,
bar
it's
tab.
like hiring a room out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then. Oh, that's a good
okay.
idea. I mean, it doesn't change really the cross contamination if you're looking at it from that side. It doesn't change
Yeah,
that at all.
because that's just where they are in those countries.
Yeah.
It's like different levels.
We wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, we suck. Like, if you look at how we've dealt with it compared to everyone else.
You know what, you say that. I think we've dealt with it quite well compared to other people.
But
Like,
here's
look at
the thing that I
America.
can't
America.
work out.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
if you look,
shit.
if we compare it to America, yeah. But
I
Even
consider
everywhere.
myself a fairly intelligent person normally,
Hmm.
and it just when you look at all. So I've been paying close attention to like us, Spain, and Sweden because we're kind of in the Spain have gone really strict.
Sweden haven't done anything, have they?
Sweden went not very strict at all, and we're kind of in the middle of those. And they've all taken a very similar path. The statistics aren't that different in each country,
Oh, okay.
and I'm just lost.
there
Are they
different
really
things
not
that-
that different?
Not really.
Yeah, but there's other factors like
Yeah, I know Sweden is
Healthcare.
spread out. It's about the same size as the UK, but with
Population
the sixth of the
density.
population. So obviously that's going to help them. That means they don't need to shut everything down.
Oh, you're saying the numbers are the same rather than the percentage of
No, as the percentage is the same.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
See, because I would
but
normally.
well, Sweden actually do slightly better, but they're a much more spread out country.
Yeah.
So anyone sort of north of Sweden may not have had it at all.
It's weird when you say that because it just makes it sound more like a bubonic kind of. I know it's not, but it just makes it sound more like that from it. Imagine
I just saw Turkey. There was a newspaper on what Turkey did, and they had like squads of people that would go out as soon as anyone got symptoms and check that they had it. Like that's the big thing, testing. And
Yeah,
testing
just
tracking.
haven't done it here.
yes, that was the biggest issue.
Yeah, I don't get why either because it's so cheap to
with all the
apparently.
statistics, it does depend on testing because
Yeah.
the more you test, the more cases you're going to have.
Yeah, it's hard to really combat something when you don't know as well, like the actual numbers.
Like Belgium have got horrific rates because they're putting anyone. They're not testing. They're putting anyone who they suspect might have corona, who's died, down as a coronavirus death.
No, yeah, we haven't done that.
So they've got like this mental death rate.
We did at one point have I'm sure we did a thing where like anyone that pretty much died of corona, they just put died of. Anyone that had corona but might have died from something else, they were putting died of corona on it still though.
But it still is hard to tell.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Especially with underlying symptoms as well.
Yeah, and the health condition. A lot of old people, they, a certain amount of them are going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I heard one of them random facts that the average age of the person that it kills is older than the average age that people live to.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It's weird when you think about it like that. It's a really weird thing, though, man. Like,
yeah, it's been strange.
when did you first hear about it all? Like, because I remember hearing bits like at a gig randomly in like January, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
December, January, there
Yeah.
were sort of murmurs of it happening over in China.
Yeah,
I remember, because it was
It was
around.
like, yeah, we'll be fine though.
It was around Christmas when it was happening in China.
yeah.
I was like, oh, this is no big deal.
And I remember in February, I had a really bad cough, and that's when I kind of looked into it a bit more because I was like, is it this?
Lots of people I worked with got symptoms on the day we had to go in and close the pub. I don't know if that's.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's related.
See, I was volunteering for that. Like when they said, "Oh, go and clean everything down," I wanted to get out, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll go sit in the pub," because you had to pour a bit of beer off every line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to anyway for sanitary reasons.
Yeah, exactly. When you're line clean, you have to pour a bit off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Well, there you
I had a load of beer.
go.
Well,
I
I don't want beer if it's clean because I got a bit drunk.
I remember when I was at the Phoenix, like right before, like I think the next day I was at Phoenix in Coventry, and then the next day I heard about cases being found in Coventry, so it was right at the beginning. But my plan was while I was in Coventry though, I was just drinking loads of spirits, and I was like, this way, the alcohol will keep the virus away.
Yeah. You should have been drinking bleach.
Yeah.
Oh God, Donnie says.
Oh God, man, I can't believe some of the stuff he's come out with.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so like what I hate about these times is like he says stuff like that, and Boris has done what he's done with Cumface or whatever it's called, and there's still people like defending him, and it's like what they've said and done is dumb. Like you can't, no matter what end of the political spectrum you're on, is dumb. Like he can't be like, oh, he's a brave. He's dumb.
I don't hate too much like anything that Boris or our government have done. No, I don't really see. I think we've been, and the people especially, been quite chill.
They have been criticised, but I don't have any better idea. Normally,
Well, that's the thing,
when
like,
if I criticise the government, I like to be like, well, I would have done this or that.
Yeah.
I honestly don't have any better ideas.
Exactly, man. It's a hard thing.
The only issue with Boris is that he took so long to react, and
the testing has been an issue. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, what's going on with Cummings now is not good.
It took a while to react, but shutting down the country is like
a big deal.
It's not a decision you just
make
after one meeting.
Now we're like, oh, shutting down the countries, but last year someone's been like, oh yeah, we're going to shut down the country. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They still talk about shutting down the country though, but people are still able to come in from other countries. I don't get that.
Yeah, it was weird when I saw the announcement that they were going to "Oh, we're going to start quarantining people from
Yeah.
other countries." And I was like, "Surely that'd be the first thing you do."
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever had that game on your phone called Plague Inc.
Yeah.
That was like the first thing people did.
Yeah. Great
When
game.
you start getting a decent play going, they immediately shut down the borders. It's why you've always got to start on Greenland.
Oh yeah, because
Once
it's
they
easy.
shut down the borders, you've got no chance of getting to Greenland. Yeah,
It's true, actually. Yes, exactly. I think Iceland I started on, actually.
Yeah, it might have been Iceland. Okay,
Yeah.
it's one of those big island nations. I was like, start there, because otherwise you got no chance.
Yeah, because all icy as well. It's tiny
Don't
Iceland.
start in China. If you're making a virus, you don't start it in China.
Yeah.
That's
Iceland
basic
has the same-
plaguing tactic.
That makes the most sense, though. But that's the thing. China have got like really good, apparently like really good containment protocols, which is what people were like. We don't understand how they fucked it up so badly.
Well, because there's the figures they're reporting are
Yeah.
very good.
Almost as if they might be lying.
Yeah, we had 4,000 deaths.
They only had 4,000 deaths, apparently.
That's what they've said.
Oh right.
I think it might not be true though.
Where in the same month because they looked at there were 110,000 mobile phone contracts cancelled. Obviously, some of that would just be normal, but
Yeah.
I think what a lot of that would have been because they died.
But it'd be also nice to see how many other ones were started at the same time, because if it was normal, you'd expect them to open a new one.
Yeah.
But,
I'm actually going on holiday on the 3rd of July. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Cool.
I can tell you, Dan, if you want.
Do you really want to?
Well,
and even if you do, you'd have to quarantine for 2 weeks when you
if you
came
have
back.
a 3-week holiday, go have 2 weeks in quarantine there, have a week out,
Yeah.
and then come back.
And have
have
2
another
weeks
2
in
weeks in
quarantine here.
Yeah. I'm going to be going to Azerbaijan.
Oh.
Yeah, that was for the Euros, which has
Which
been
has been
cancelled.
cancelled, yeah. But I'm still going to go, but I mean, I'm not because I don't think I'll be allowed to.
Was that legit for the Euros, was it?
Yeah. Even
Oh,
though the final was at Wembley in London, me and my mate who lives in London were like, let's go to Azerbaijan.
The final was in Wembley.
Yeah, so because it's the anniversary Euros, so they had 12 host cities instead of just one host country. So it was Baku in Azerbaijan, London, Glasgow, Dublin, Bilbao, Copenhagen, and yeah, we decided well, there's no nice places we could possibly have gone to. We decided to go to Baku.
Naturally.
Yeah, the most difficult one to get to. I know time to go.
I didn't realise it was. I watched like that myself. The little mini thing they did for it.
What, the '96 one? Or...
No, they did like the best of all time, and then they did the thing where they showed all the songs, didn't they?
Oh, Eurovision.
Yeah.
Oh no, we were talking about the European Football Championships. We were being much more laddie.
Oh.
No, I'd equally go.
We're talking about football, and Carl's like, "Yeah, Eurovision, right, guys?"
No, Eurovision was in Rotterdam this year.
Oh, I genuinely thought you was on about that.
I mean, I'd also happily go. That's meant to be really expensive. I've looked into it.
Yeah, I looked into it when it was in Lisbon because I really like Lisbon.
Yeah, but because Iceland were going to win this year, it looks like, and then it would have been in Reykjavik, and like Eurovision's already really expensive, but Eurovision in Reykjavik would just be like.
What do you mean, Iceland were going to win football, or?
No, Iceland. Oh, we're getting very Iceland were going to win Eurovision, they reckon.
Oh yeah, because it's so political. They could tell before. You mean?
Yeah, and then they would have had it in Reykjavik, which would have been really expensive.
I actually know Reykjavik.
Iceland's apparently a very nice place, but yeah, costs a lot of money to go.
They don't have in Iceland. They don't have any kind of public train system. I know that. With an answer on the quiz.
Oh well. Same size population as Coventry.
Yeah.
Iceland, yeah.
Oh wow. I knew it was less than Birmingham, but I didn't know it was that small. Let me ask you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to ask you some of the questions. Actually, from did you watch the quiz off from the other day? Either of you, yes.
No. I was working out if I can find a good excuse, but I don't have an excuse. I've been.
You don't need an excuse. I understand this.
I was out. I was in Durham.
I'll ask you some of the questions. At least you haven't answered the questions in that case then.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, what where's that gone? What has been deemed an essential business in Florida?
Wrestling, WWE.
Oh, fair enough. How dumb is that?
Yeah.
What I really love in the US is that so in the federal law, marijuana is still illegal, but weed dispensaries have been classed as necessary business. So it's illegal but necessary.
Well, federal law means it's illegal to like take it from one state to the other, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, it's fucking necessary. It's the only thing that's got me through all this. Okay. What is? I didn't know this until recently. What is Mario and Luigi's last name?
Mario.
Yeah.
Plumero.
No, Mario.
Mario.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi Mario. It's
Yeah.
why they're the Mario brothers.
When
Only one that's called Mario, but they're the Mario brothers.
Speaking of that, I saw something on Twitter like earlier today. I don't know if this is true, but apparently Mario is meant to. His character is meant to be his character. The character of Mario is meant to be 38 years old, and the character of Princess Peach is meant to be 15 years old.
Oh
What?
God.
Yeah, which just kind of ruined the game.
Oh God. Well, I mean, everyone loved Michael Jackson and ignored
Oh,
it there,
yeah.
so.
Oh,
Charlie-
he definitely didn't do it.
Oh no.
No, that was a joke.
Fucking even right. It's like when you watch that documentary, it makes you think about Billie Jean in like a completely different way. Billie Jean is not my lover; she's just a girl.
A little boy, you mean?
She's
Like,
just a girl.
watching that documentary, I was just like, at the start you're like, and then by the end, you're like, oh fucking hell, this is grim. Like it's even grimmer than you could have imagined.
Yeah, because no one really had much of a question about it. I don't think deep down before that even started. You know, everyone kind of knew.
And no one looks at Michael Jackson and thinks, stand up, normal guy.
So many people try to make out he's innocent in that though still, just because he's dead. And it's like, it doesn't matter. You weren't saying that when Jimmy Savile came out. You can't say it now.
Yeah. And also he did some great songs, so
Yeah.
Well, it is just, how much better is the art compared to what they did. Like R. Kelly, anyone could bin off R. Kelly. No one's really bothered if they can't listen to R. Kelly again. They feel like, oh, you can't listen to Michael Jackson. It's like, wow.
it's like, what would you
I'm
rather?
not so sure about that.
Yeah. Exactly what Jim Jeffries says about like the scale of how famous you have to be before it's okay to be a paedophile.
Yeah.
It's like Mario.
Something like that,
I'm
anyway.
still gonna play Mario.
There's also Charlie Chaplin, Elvis Presley, loads of them.
Woody Allen.
Yeah. He looks like one though. If you look at him, you don't think that, then I don't know what to say to you.
The funniest thing with Woody Allen is like it was common knowledge for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And then when
it wasn't like an accusation.
Yeah, and then everything about Weinstein came out, and then suddenly people were like, "Oh, I will never work with Woody Allen," and it's like, well, nothing has changed.
It's on his Wikipedia. It's always been on his Wikipedia page.
Everyone
never
knows this.
been like allegedly. Like, no, he's married to her.
Like there were people who'd made a film with him, and then were like, "Oh, we're not gonna promote the film." It's like, well, in between filming the film and now, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
All these facts have been available.
You're still going to get the money.
Well, yeah.
So, you're not willing to put your name to it, but you're willing to take the money from it,
But Woody Allen films have been shit for years, so.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Bill Cosby as
well.
well.
I've never seen one, and it's like, can I see one? I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't go hunt one out. I really want to watch the Woody Allen. I really want to
Annie
get that
Hall
guy's
is
mind.
supposed to be very good.
Annie Hall's good.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But the last 20 years, all his films have basically been about older men getting with younger women. So it's a bit like, at least try and be a bit subtle, would it? Like,
I mean, you could say that
it
about
name's
all
Woody.
of Hollywood, to be fair.
It's like every Stephen King films or book, is about some kind of struggling writer or something.
Oh, yeah. Some misunderstood writer.
Yeah.
Who then some 20 20-year-old or 19-year-old woman falls in love with.
In the dreary underbelly of
Yeah.
New York.
Someone that finally understands him.
Judd Apatow does a very
Yeah,
similar thing.
I mean, I grew up on like sitcoms and stuff like that, so I was very disappointed to find out that like fat comedy men don't end up with beautiful women.
Yeah.
I've been lied to.
We have been lied to all our life.
Yeah.
Who is the CEO and founder of SpaceX?
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a trick question. I was like,
There was, yeah.
you think it's
It's
Elon Musk?
Carl. He's not got trick questions.
Motherfucker. I asked you the hard one.
I'm on this on Wednesday. There's gonna.
I think you might do all
He's
right.
gonna write some trick questions just for me now.
No, I won't do trick questions, but harder questions. Okay. What activity can include 2 pins, 1 needle, and various types of material?
Sewing.
No.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, not so big now, are you, Aiden?
2 pins, 1 needle. Heroin?
No, but I was hoping someone would say something like that. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Knitting.
Oh.
So you were a lot
I was
closer.
thinking like crochet or knitting, but 1 needle threw me off. I thought you had 2.
I found these different ways. I asked my mum.
Okay.
God knows.
We'll take that.
What else? What colour is the Golden Gate Bridge?
Red.
Green.
Well,
Red,
it's
yeah.
the orange, but it's red.
Well, it's orange, yeah.
They call it orange. The colour is like burnt orange or something, but it's
Yeah,
red.
yeah. God damn it. Okay. Eros was the god of love in Greek mythology, but what is the name of his Roman counterpart?
Venus?
No.
Is it not?
It's going to be a planet. Mercury.
Oh, is it Aphrodite?
No, that's like the female or goddess of beauty or something. I thought it was that at first.
And he said,
It'll make sense when you hear it.
God of love. Man, God of love.
Because it's annoying because I definitely know this.
El Sexo.
It'll say so.
I don't know. Tell me the answer.
Okay, it's Cupid.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of
Balls.
course.
Yeah, I will. On June 19th, 1885, who gifted New York with the Statue of Liberty?
The French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did you want a person or a country?
Zinedine
that
Zidane.
person? Okay, and how old do you have to be elected President of the United States?
35.
Jesus Christ, boy.
Yeah. 7.
Well, mental age, that is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you might do quite good at this, Aiden.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe do a bit well, yeah. Little hair flick.
I've got other rounds. I've got like whose joke is it? Where I'll say up a couple of jokes. So in this case, it's going to be like comedy, film quotes.
Okay.
You'll have to say what actor did this, or before it was what comedian, you know.
I did a quiz with my mates, and one of the rounds I did was who said this on Twitter or Facebook, but it was all us. I've like gone back and stuff that like we said when we were 16, and be like, who said this?
That's a great round.
Yeah.
When I do my quiz with my mates, I'm bringing that out.
It's like, do
Yeah,
you
that's
stand
good.
by this viewpoint now? Like, no. Like maybe I'll go
I
delete
got one
that.
of our mates at a status somewhere, which is just, I hate the Russians.
You know what? I might do that with my group of friends. Actually, that's good. That's a really good idea.
Because it proper freaks someone out when they're like, I don't think that was that me. It's like, yes, that was you as well.
Oh, I'm totally going to do this now.
I love if it was something like very sort of sexist or racist, and they're just like, I stand by it.
See, but I also put stuff that was really sad. Like one of the ones, this was me, but it was a tweet from me that was like, not dear, at NX bus, the 9:14 bus from Aldridge to Sutton hasn't arrived yet, and there are no updates on the app. And I was like, yeah, that was me. I I was really annoyed waiting for my bus. And I thought this was the only way to vent my anger.
You're updating an app to let you know about the
I like it
anger
when
from
you get
another app.
really angry on Twitter against the brand, and they just reply like, "Hi, how can I help?" I had that from Tesco before.
Did you see the one with Tesco's where someone moaned about their sandwich being out of date, and Tesco replied, like, "What store is this in?" And the guy replied back, "I'm not a grass."
My favourite one was, I think it was a pizza or something, and it was just green. And the person was like, "What the fuck is this, Tesco?" And they're like, "Oh, what seems to be the problem?" I'm like, do you fucking have eyes?
Wasn't it turned over or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was upside down. So I turned it over. Oh. Yeah, that's all the questions I got for you.
Oh,
Fucking some random wrestler got killed the other day. He got dragged off into the
Yeah,
ocean.
Shad.
Yeah,
I was
man.
gutted. I loved Crime Time.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
What
they were one of my favourites. And it's very, like, genuinely really sad because he, I think him and his son went surfing or swimming, and then they got dragged away, and the lifeguards went out to save them, and they got to Shad first, and he was like, "No, go save my son."
Yeah.
And saved his son, and they went back for him, and he gone.
Which any dad would do, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, just.
That's like the
yeah.
scene in iRobot where they don't save the kid, and that's
Yeah.
why he hates the robots, because they can't work out the emotional part of it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for the 2004 film. No one's seen
He's
it.
gonna watch that tonight.
I really like that
Watch
film.
it again. It's a great film.
It is a good film.
I've never seen it.
Have you actually not?
No.
Oh, wow.
You've
Do you watch it tonight? Is what I would say.
spoiled it for me.
It's a very good film.
It feels like a 90s film as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I like the classic 90s films.
I've got a controversial film opinion.
Go on.
Because I saw something earlier where people were posting like unpopular opinions, and they were all popular opinions. But here's an actual unpopular opinion. Have either of you two seen The Irishman?
No.
Oh, it's shit.
Yeah, I don't plan to watch it.
That's kind of why I haven't, because it doesn't look like my sort of film.
It's got so really good review, and it's 3.5 hours long.
Oof.
I don't think
And there's
any
not much.
needs to be that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
There's not even much storyline, is there, apparently?
and then instead of hiring younger actors to play a young De Niro, they like CGI him or makeup him, which works okay on his face, but then he has to beat someone up, and it looks really weird because he's meant to be this young hard man, and he's like very
But
lightly
he's still moving
tapping.
like 70-year-old De Niro.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Because sometimes when they do that, they get a younger actor to do it, and they just CGI on the face. So they
Yeah,
did
the
it in
face
Star
on,
Wars, like with Carrie Fisher.
Yeah. And
They
they've
got
done it with
actress to do it, and then just put Carrie Fisher's face on.
They've done it with Arnie and the new Terminators as well. But yeah,
Okay.
it looks so ridiculous. Like
In that in that Star Wars one there with Princess Leia you just mentioned, they really should have like just let her die in that bit before she flew back to the.
Well, yeah, because I remember
station.
watching that and thinking, oh, this is how they've written her out.
Yeah, earlier than I thought, but cool.
Although she was quite good in the last film.
Yeah. I don't really remember it. I don't really remember what she was like, to be honest.
See, I liked the last one, but hated number 8.
Yeah,
Last Jedi
I
was
really
dreadful.
like 7.
I like 7 and 9, but not 8.
Thought number 9 pretty good.
I know people that love 8 and don't really like 7 and 9.
Yeah, but those are idiots.
Yeah, I think I disconnected with Rise of Skywalker a lot. That's why, because of Last Jedi. It just
Well, I thought he did a good job of sort of cleaning up the mess that Last Jedi. Last Jedi just went, here's all these other storylines which are pointless. And Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker had to be like, well, let's tie off these all in the first half.
The whole trilogy.
That's not what you want.
You know, at school when you used to like write a paragraph of a story, fold it up, and then pass it to your friend, and they'd write the next one. That's what the trilogy feels. Because you'd write like, I'd be like, and then Aiden got shot, and then you'd write, and then Aiden came back to life. We're just trying to undo each other's stories to make your own. That's like 100% what it feels.
Yeah.
Which is crazy considering they're owned by Disney and so are Marvel, yet Marvel do it so well.
Yeah, and Marvel have like 27 different films to worry about. They only had 3. Fucked it up.
It's because they got Kevin Feige. It's the only reason.
They should just waited for Endgame to finish, and then let him take over Star Wars.
Yeah. People say that like Endgame was going to be like it for the MCU.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, it's never going to be.
I'm glad they've taken like a bit of time off. Like you had the Spider-Man come out, and then
They've only taken time off because of this.
Oh no, I think the plan was to take a bit of time off. Oh no, yeah, Black Widow was meant.
Yeah, it was supposed to be out now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was over, and I was kind of, although I do really like them, I was kind of pleased for it to be over because I'm a bit done with it.
I hope the next couple go in a bit of a like different direction.
Yeah. Well,
When a lot of the Marvel films felt exactly the same.
When I was watching Endgame, like I did like it, but it was kind of a relief that it's all finished for me. I was like, fine, I'm done with this now.
Oh, Endgame was class. Like
it just needed to change up a
preferred
little bit, but I think that will with the new characters. So
yeah.
What you're talking about unpopular opinions. That's one of my popular opinions. I preferred Infinity War than Endgame.
I don't think that it's unpopular. I think a lot of people do.
I thought they were both really good. I actually think Infinity War is better than Endgame.
Yeah.
Okay. You're the first people I've said that to. Agree.
Widely held, I thought.
If you were like Age of Ultron is better.
yeah. That was one that I did actually see on an unpopular opinions thing. Being like Age of Ultron is the best Avengers film.
No, it's not.
Incorrect.
Yeah, it's not an unpopular opinion. It's a wrong opinion. You know, I mean,
even on IMDb, Infinity War's got better ratings than Endgame.
Oh, it's a better film story-wise and all that. I mean,
yeah.
Endgame's good, like in the sense of it's a great spectacle. Like,
yeah,
spectacle. It's a great
spectacle.
Spectacle. That's what it's
But Endgame was like an event.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'd go out and watch Endgame again.
No.
But
it's one of those you just had to see it once you'd seen all the others. I don't think anyone's watched all of them and then goes, "No, I'm not going to watch Endgame."
Yeah. Very true, to be fair. And I only watched it once. It's true what you said. I watched Infinity War a couple of times in the end.
Well, Infinity War kind of won it back round for me. I did like some of the, like after Age of Ultron, I was almost like, I'm giving up. Then there's a couple good Captain America one. I think Civil War came out.
Civil War was great. Yeah.
That was good. I was like, okay, I'll follow it again. And then they ended it pretty well.
What ones
I think I have 52 minutes if you wanted to wrap things up.
Okay, dog.
With any final plugs from anyone?
I'm plugging my stuff all the time at the moment. Nah, I won't bother plugging anything in the end because I figure out most people aren't going to watch it to the end. Let's be honest.
That's such a defeatist attitude.
We need to change up, plug stuff in the middle, just like halfway through, just start shouting everything you're doing.
Well, we've already mentioned your quiz, haven't we? That comes out every Saturday.
Yeah. So you're on the next one and we record it on Wednesday. Yeah. But I'll probably put like an intro at the beginning of this and say it then.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got before the. Well, to be fair, actually, this will probably come out after it anyway because I've got 2 more podcasts I need to finish editing and bring out.
We're putting this out on Wednesday.
Okay.
We're planning to.
Okay, cool. Are you doing video as well, or?
We just do audio.
No, we don't like our faces.
Okay, well, I'll do the video side then.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I've got nothing to plug apart from the podcast you're already listening to if you're at this point.
Yeah, I'll put it on the intro and I'll mention both of ours, and I'll put them in the description as well.
Cool.
Cheers then, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go get high again.
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna.
All right, later.
Do that.
I'm gonna go learn Spanish. Hasta luego.
Au revoir.
See ya.
The wrong language.
I'm never drinking again. It's no big loss. I'm never drinking again with Aiden parents and Dan Ross.